travels. Talk to me. Off with you. What's on your mind? See you soon. You got my attention. Here there. Watch your back.
Time is money, friend.
Loktar, for the Horde. We say, may your blades never dull. forth to victory.
Talk to me. Here there. Off with you.
I am muted, bro. Appreciate the I appreciate that, boss. Appreciate that. I was almost ready for the stream. Looks like I wasn't. That's I know I'm good now. I didn't turn my fucking thing on. Appreciate it, bosses. Legendary and greetings and well met, young fellow adventurer of Azeroth. That's what I'm talking about, my man. What's good? That's pretty funny. It's only happened twice. That's pretty solid. That's only happened twice out of about 30-ish to 40 streams, so that works. We're on a pretty good... We haven't made too many fucking mistakes, so that's solid. But what I was saying is I didn't get them out, so off to the next character. Ready to get the drop, man. Ready to get the drop. I see what people are saying about it being tiring when you constantly run the same dungeon over and over. But that's mount farming for you. That's what this shit's about. Good vibes, good vibes. All right. Now let's hop on to Palm Tree. That's pretty much what I do here, gang, is I do a lot of mount runs. So if I'm not mistaken, he should be on the edge of a dungeon. And I parked him here. Yep. For sure. So I parked him here last night so that we could run this dungeon real quick. And hopefully get this mount. After that, I'll queue for the Core and Dire Brew. And get that mount. Or at least keep saying that I'm going to get it until I finally do. And so this is the Vortex Pinnacle, and it drops a pretty cool mount from the Cataclysm days. Definitely a vibe. but this one is a 0.68% chance, I think. So definitely a hard to get one. I feel like I haven't got the Brewfest mounts because I've taken all the luck away by getting all these other rare mounts that I've been getting recently. So now an easier mount, like the Brewfest mounts, are being elusive as fuck.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Man, dude, come on. Stupid ass ads. Alright. This is also a pretty quick one. You kill that first boss. The boss that drops the mount is going to be the second boss way up in this area. So you kill the first one. Hop in this little slipstream. And run to the second one way up here. He's actually up there. You can almost see him. Kill him, and if he doesn't drop the mount, you can jump off the side and it'll instantly teleport you to the entrance of the dungeon. This is a dungeon that you can actually run over and over if you wanted to until you get the mount. So there is no limit. You can do it on heroic, but not required. Only if you want some extra achievements and shit. Mr. Mount Farmer, you know it. That's what they call me. That is what they call me. Soon to be one of the best players in the game one of these days. But we're a long way away from that. But that's on the goal list.
Watch your feet.
And no mount today. Mr. Mount Farmer did not get lucky again. Motherfuckers. So you can come up on this ledge and you can just scoop it a bebop instead of clicking on that arrow or whatever to hop to the next platform. And it should teleport me to the beginning, which is fire. Quick little reset, and then you can be done with it. And that's a wrap on that dungeon run, and we'll be back tomorrow, for that one, for sure. But now, since we're close, the reason I parked him there too is I can queue for the Corendire Brew while I'm heading to Ungoro Crater to do the Raptor quest, and Ungoro Crater is like right over the hills, so. And there's so many mounts in this game. There's a rare fucking camel statue that pops up in this area and has like 24 different fucking spawn points. It's pretty ridiculous. And there's, I think, a 20% chance out of those. I don't know the exact percent, but basically a lot of the times the statue is fake and it crumbles to dust, and then some of the times it will teleport you to this fucking place to kill this boss, and anytime that happens, you're going to get the camel mount, and that is also a rare fucking mount that you get a feat of strength for. That's one that I've never gotten. I've definitely camped it out before back in the day, but never was able to get it. All right, well, yeah, I knew it. That's fucking funny. I was like, before I start the video for the Raptor quest, I want to do this. Again, I'm not a tank, right? I'm not a tank. So, I'm a Fury Warrior, but I queue as a tank because it's fast queues for this Corendire Brew, and it's a pretty quick kill. But the other day, I did die. And so did the healer, ironically. And so we barely survived on that one. Pretty funny. Boom, we ready? Dude, he just one-shot me. Dude didn't even heal me. What the fuck was that? The fuck? That's gonna be a good video. What the heck? What the heck was that, dude? That's fucking funny. I'm glad I said something before it even happened. What the fuck was that? Put that on the replay, bro. He literally one-shot me. That's never happened before. That was freaking pretty funny. All right, so let's see. Is today the day? Not the day. I have to punch this fucking computer screen into oblivion. And it's so whack that it won't let me use both these trinkets, bro. Like, what do you mean I can only equip one? Why did it let me get two then? Lame. Lame, lame, lame. But tomorrow is the day. As always, tomorrow is the day. So now we shall complete another daily. Day 13. So that puts us at 65% once we get this one done. Of getting this daily quest done for this fucking little raptor. Again, this is the same exact one that I did yesterday. And so, let's go over the Tenaris. Kill a couple birds, get a couple feathers. And continue to complete this motherfucking long-ass quest. And then we'll hop on the Warlock and do the same thing, but for the Alliance version. Fun. That's gonna be dope to clip that, dude. I can't believe I just got one shot on that last dungeon. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Oop, still got him. Bro, these things ain't dropping none of the things I need this time. It's taking forever. Only got... I don't even see where they're at. I think I only got 2 of those fucking feathers. 3. Boom. Now we got 3. I was looking at the wrong fucking feathers. Four, and I killed all the birds. So I literally got to go just over here yonder to the other birds and get me one of them birds. And this quest is so fucking easy, obviously, but just the whole thing in general, it just takes literally 5 minutes a day. Especially if you're doing it on an alternative character that you're not like playing actively, you can just park it in Angoro Crater. That literally took fucking 2 minutes to do that quest. And yeah, you pop the guy down, question mark, complete. And now we have 13 baby teeths. We are now 65% of the way there to getting this badass mount, which also comes with the feat of strength. And that's what we're really doing it for. Collect the mount, add to the total mount total, get me closer to the Lord of the Rains mount title and mount. But feat of strengths are badass as fuck. Day 13 complete. And same thing, I already did the dungeon. I'm not actively playing this character right now, so literally I'm just going to park him right here. Since he'll be here, I'll probably run that dungeon tomorrow. And do this quest again. And the coin die brew. Keep doing that. I think Brewfest ends on the 9th, so we got 5 more days, and we have 2 more attempts today. And that also depends on if I get any more characters to level 10, to if I can do any other characters on the core and dire brew. But cool thing is that it's warbound, so it doesn't matter what character I get it on, I'll still be able to access it and get the feat of strength across the whole count. So that's what matters. And now to the badass character. Nah, sorry. Yay, zombie. Legend, bro. Clip that. Dude, my man, he clipped that for me. That's fucking dope, dude. I'll check that out later. By the way, everybody that clips, well, one, everybody that subs always gets followed. Everybody that clips, those clips go on my YouTube, guaranteed, all the time. And I will put your name in the description too. Fucking dope.
I have many lucky do's.
Ooh. Lost currency. How did I get some lost currency? Always nice. 60 coins. So, unfortunately, that piece of gear that I got last night didn't sell for fucking 30,000, and this one didn't sell for 19,000 either. So we're gonna try this just for fucking a measly 5,000. See if someone will pay that. Like, there's like a 9,000 listings here, and nobody ever pays this. Who would pay 1.3 mil for this? That's fucking retarded. I mean, I guess the people that are looking for it early in the stages, that are like the best players, so they don't have to fucking like do bullshit to level, and they can just go straight to killing the top bosses. But aside from that, what the fuck? But it would be dope if they did, because I'd like to take that money. Only got 35k right now. But we do have 25 hours left. Look at that. 25 hours left onto this primal egg. Has 25 hours left. It says this egg is hatching into something. So I'm, almost guaranteed it's going to be a pet. But it could not be a pet. So, you never know. You never know. We did hit that 709 item level, which is pretty fucking fire. Definitely want to hit 710 this weekend, and there's only 1 day left of the weekend, including tonight. So, probably gonna end up doing a delve. If I do 1 delve, I'm gonna go check my currencies real quick. If I do 1 delve, I should be there, honestly. But I also need to check a few gems I need to buy. Why can't I never remember the name of that shit? Just give me 1 sec, 1 sec. Alright, the prismatic gem and haste and crit. What do I have? Definitely want to get as much crit as possible, so we'll do. Those are the haste ones. Mastery ones. Wish I could just do all fucking crit, but crit's not the highest right now, so it's not gonna do what I need. But I actually could switch these out, actually. And that could do some damage. Switching it around. Let's see. We'll get the crit and haste, but we are going to try to continue to get the haste up. Mastery down a tiny bit, but the haste would be big. And those are the quick rubies. Gotta buy 3 of those because we're gonna replace 1 gem. So that's how you spend fucking 4,100 coins right there. And then I gotta remember what this fucking gem socket's even called. Magnificent jeweler setting. Why can't I remember that? Because I just put it as a favorite. That's how I will remember it. And those are also nice and expensive. There's another 2,800 coins.
My directive has been fulfilled.
And so the whole point of that is to put sockets on this new necklace, because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one or if I'm going to keep this one in my bag that already has that. This one has way more mastery. Shoots my mastery up to 52%, honestly. Versatility down a lot to practically none. I just don't know which one's going to be better, so it's worth fucking trying out and spending some coin on it. And so you add the jeweler setting to the necklace, and then you can now crack it open. And then you have to separate the gems into single stacks. Right click it, we'll drag it and put it into the slot, or you can just click it. So now I just added an extra, almost 300 crit, almost extra 100 haste. And so just trying to get that up a little bit more. And then I'm going to replace one of these. That's the crit and that's the haste. So we're just going to swap that. Or wait. Oh, I don't want to fuck that up. Let me reopen that. Haste and crit. Crit and haste. Okay. That's crit and haste. Okay, that's why that one has versatility. I'm like, why is that one tripping me out? Alright, that puts us at 3434 for crit. And then I was talking to Buddy Warlock in the guild, and he was saying he likes crit. I was asking if haste and crit are equal, because that's what I've read. He said he likes crit a little more, so now before we queue up for, we can actually probably go ahead and queue up for the core and dire brew, but I would like to see if I can change out this gem socket on my cape over in, what's it called? Koresh. Is this guy down here? Oh look, Chowder's here. I'm gonna kill Chowder first. You're toast, Chowder. Dude, I remember this boss was like they have the rare bosses in each area. This boss, when I first unlocked this area, was actually so hard for me to kill. And now I just whooped his ass without even barely trying. And like I didn't even try to run away or anything. And the first time I killed him, I literally had to hop around and was trying to get away. It was crazy. But I just stood there and whooped him. Stood there and whooped him. So let's go fly over in Koresh to this little tiny mother frickin' island. Mother frick. And in the meantime, we will go ahead and queue up for the Corendire brew because let's fucking go. Let's fucking get this. I need to look it up actually. I'm pretty sure as well that I get a mount and a title at 2,000 rating. I'm like one dungeon away if I do one of these two that I haven't done on pretty much anything over a 5. I think I would definitely get the rating I need. And I could get that mount as well. Because we don't just mount farm the rare mounts, but we mount farm the rare mounts that take skill to get. If you know what I'm saying. Alright, Rap Master. Rap Upgrader. Versatility, Mastery, Critical Strike. So I can buy it. And so, boom. We're gonna open up. And I'm pretty sure I have haste if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we're gonna do crit. That's badass. You get to keep the fucking gems. That's not how it works on the other ones. That's pretty badass. Learning. So you can just swap out the gems. That's really cool. Fuck yes. That's sweet. Fuck with that heavy. So now we're at 36. That's looking better. There we go. That's looking better. 36% crit. Now, if I can drop the mastery to 30%, and honestly, he had it. It might have been because of buffs too, but 36 crit, 32 haste, and 35 mastery is pretty fucking solid. And then even if I switch back, then that puts me at lower haste, a lot of mastery. Yeah, so it's like. If I use this, I have to remember to switch back this fucking gem. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. But that is fucking tight. So that actually has us like exactly where we want to be. I'm pretty hyped on that. Or, you know, getting closer to where we want to be. Obviously, as I upgrade and shit, these will still change because I do, you know, I don't have everything maxed out. I only have, most of my gear is 710. As far as like being able to max it out at 710, I don't have tons of fucking crazy shit yet. So, damn straight, easy gold spent. Sorry, I don't know why this thing's not dinging off now that when I'm getting messages. I'm gonna have to fix that. So my bad, James. I'm definitely not ignoring you. Normally it like goes ding when fucking I get a chat, and I don't know why it's not doing that. So my bad on that, dog. Alright, so we're back here in Dornigal. And let's see if we can... Oop, wrong way. Let's see if we can upgrade anything. Hopefully we can, but I don't know if we had enough lost coins or whatever it was saying. Yeah. Unfortunately, no. I don't need weather or carbs. I need ethereal, and I cannot buy any more of those yet. But we'll get that in a little bit. Let's knock this out. We ready. We ready, Freddy. Is there any way... I'm sorry, could you give me a water? That'd be badass. It'd be so badass if you could get me a water. I'll be grateful. You don't have time to do any damage on this guy. I have no time to ramp up. Instant. Insta-kill. That's how easy the Corn Dire Brew dungeon is. I'm excited. Apparently the Headless Horseman one is harder, especially if you apply all the affixes or whatever to yourself, which is obviously what I'm going to do because you get the increased chance for the mount every single drop. And you do have the highest chance of the drop the first time of the day on any character, but you can still run it on any character period, which obviously increases your total chance over time. Let me sell that and that and that. And the moment of truth. I want to get that Gallywig mount. That's badass. Fuck you, dude. Damn. Fuck you. No mount. We tried. We still got one character we can try it on. Thank you so much. Still got one character we can whip some ass on. Hold on. I just gotta check something real quickie. Hold on. Hold on. Bam. Yippity yip 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 yip. You gonna sneeze over there? Bless you. I give you a bless you. No, yeah, I don't ever like to have my... I always want to... And I also haven't done it yet. What was I even going to say? I am going to be setting up a Twitch, like a bot for the chat to set up a cool thing. So you can literally like Whoa, that shit sold for 5K. Bam! Next time if I get one, I'll sell it for 10K. That's badass. That shit actually sold. Pretty dope. So I'm gonna be setting up a bot so you can literally gamble, like with just like points, like, you know, fake gamble in the chat, and then you can also add other things within the chat that automatically like shout people out or, you know, show people's names when they sub and gift and all this stuff. And so I just have to figure that out, but definitely gonna be getting that done soon. And then that'll be one more thing off the list that we that gets us closer to looking like a professional streamer, you know what I'm saying? But also it'll increase the retention of the chat. It'll make things, you know, more fun, more things happening, so it's more of a lively chat and stuff like that. So I'm fucking hyped. And I have it on my my board. I just haven't done it yet. So I've been slacking. Okay, word. I'd be honored if you ever want to mod for me whenever I do get big enough. That'd be a blessing. I do appreciate you always getting the bots and shit out, man. They suck. They are a pain. Dude, this mount is sick as fuck. Badass. It's just really dope that I was able to earn this and didn't buy it like some people do, you know? What a journey in 7 weeks. And we're ready to keep on climbing. Legion remix, I think, drops next Tuesday or something too. So we're gonna be playing like a different version of WoW. That's just gonna be fun. And I think I'm gonna be leveling a paladin because they do really well. It seems like they're fucking just OP as fuck, always doing top damage, high damage quickly. And so we'll see how it all works out, but it seems like it should be a pretty fun class to play. What the heck? I must have hit a timer. I had to. Or you just actually put the, it was meant to be. We actually just put the astronaut on. That's hilarious. Like, I was like, there's no way it's raining out. And it's definitely not raining out. Dude, I appreciate that, man. For real. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that big time. Yeah, I think too many people just try to be someone they're not, and I definitely have fallen into that trap occasionally, and you gotta always catch yourself. But yeah, I'm so over giving a fuck what people think and letting anything prevent me from getting what I want. So being authentic is the key, and I think a lot of people, again, are afraid to do that. Especially what I noticed with junk removal and stuff, with our business. It's like in the beginning, that was one big thing for sure. Just like trying to like fit in with all these older business people that are just like not going down the same vibe, you know, and trying to be someone I'm not. And realizing how many people in the business community end up doing that when it's all realistically just to try to get more business and more leads. So it's just like nobody really cares, you know. So I just want to be authentic, be real, and the people that fuck with me gonna fuck with me, and the people that don't, and it's that simple. That simple. Heading over towards the golf course. It's just so wild. I'm gonna fly down here real quick. We're gonna see what this golf course ass platform thing be looking like. Like, what is going on here? It looks like this is for the horde, so. And I don't know how you can actually play golf here, but it definitely is like a little makeshift golf course for ogre looking things. Definitely a cool vibe. Didn't know they was golfing in WoW, so. Damn, dude, I should have been getting higher. This sucks. I figured out kind of a faster way to, I guess, get higher up with Dragonflight. It doesn't always work, but you kind of like fly straight up, and then you like whip it backwards, and then start going down a little bit, and you just kind of keep going zigzag. And then you just keep doing this, and it generates a shit ton of speed. And then once you're high enough, then you're high enough. But man, I wasn't high enough, gang. Yeah. That's the only thing that sucks, I would say, about doing this quest is how long it takes to get here, and even then it only takes a couple minutes, so who am I to complain? Whoosh. But I am going to go ahead and fly over to this main area right up here. Actually, like right here should be good. This is close enough. We'll land on this little mountain peak. And this is going to be day 6. It's pretty crazy. We're flying through it, you know. It was just day 1 just 6 days ago. Haha. So, let's get the little tiger cub here. Another one. See, I guess I've done hunting practice 4 out of the 6 days. So this will be day 6, and I did it yesterday and the day before. And this one is super easy. So these videos probably get real repetitive, even the streams, but that's what we doing, right? We mount farming, we grinding. We going after the shit that we doing the shit that most people don't want to do in the game, and that's why not everybody has these things in the game. So what you're doing with this one, you want to make sure your cub's around, and you just go near these little mounds, and he jumps. Rawr! And I'll zoom into the next one. He actually, bam. Has a little, like, bunny in his mouth. Look at him. Oh, get out of the way, demon. Look at him. Cutesy. And so, you only have to do it 5 times. Normally, you can find a spot that has them. Bam, that's a big jump, guy. Where'd you get them hops from, bro? Where'd you get them hops? He's a good little guy. I wish you could have him like attack the little rabbits. That'd be cool. But you just find 5 of those little holes. It also seems that I have not put my badass Swift White Hawk Strider on this action bar. So while he catches this one, I will do so. There you go, guy. Boom. Actually, we'll do the Bone White Primal Raptor. We'll just put them both on there. Fuck it. Put them both in the action bar. Just fill up all of my side action bars with little random mounts. And now we just... And when you're... As long as you're not on a flying mount, the pets follow. So that's why I had to get a ground mount. If you fly, they normally disappear. Bam! And they even jump onto it. See, I just figured that out. So you can just stay on a mount and do this quest, which would actually go way faster. And then 5 times happens real quick. Hasn't even been 5 minutes, in fact. Probably spent more time flying here than I took to do the quest. And now we are on day 6 complete. And we'll be back tomorrow to get this guy fed and practice some more for day 7. And before you know it, it'll be day 20. And we will be collecting this badass mount. And you get a cub toy. A cub's first toy. Says it can be red. So I don't know what that actually does. It'd be dope if it dropped like the cub as a pet. But regardless, I'm ready to get this fucking mount. And I know you are too. And bam. That's all you gotta do on that. I got 34 seconds left on the Hearthstone. So gotta wait. Gotta wait. But that is cool that I just found that out. That you can literally just stay on a ground mount and he just follows you around. Pretty fast too. Look at him. Speed running. Dang. He's a speed runner, bro. Getting his exercise in. Alright. Let's get back to hometown, to base camp. Yeah, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nice job getting that motherfucker banned. Hell yeah. We love it when we get the bots banned. And yes, the story from Walmart, that was pretty funny. My homie's car has a small dent in the front of it. And, but where I parked, I didn't even pay attention to how I got out. And so I couldn't remember when I came back out which lane I was in because I came out on the other side of the other side of the store. And so I even stopped at the wrong aisle and was like, is it the next one or is it this one? And then I started walking down the wrong one, of course, and saw what I thought was the correct car, and it was not, as we all know. But I go over to it and I'm like, hell yeah, boom. don't pay attention to the front of the car because I'm coming up on the back end, so I didn't notice that it wasn't the right car. And I think his battery's dead in his remote, so it doesn't work anyway. So you have to turn the fob or the key in the door. And no joke, dude, I'm like, you know, it slides into the key into the door, but I'm like twisting it, and the key, like, it's almost like the lock is like breaking on the. I hope they were able to still get in their car, but it's almost like the key was like, you would try to turn it and it would just like click fold over, like the lock just like broke, but the key was still fine. And I was like, what the fuck? So I tried it again, same thing happened. And I'm like looking at it, and I literally go to the back of the car and I'm hitting the trunk, and then I look at the license plate, and just because I remember his starts with a Q, and like it's a QU or something, and this one did not start with a Q, and instantly knew. I was like, motherfucker, dude. And right when I was doing that as well, when I was sitting at the back, there's like a cart guy coming between the car that I just happened to be at with some carts, and then the cart thing is like, the corral is like 2 cars over. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And he's like kind of not watching me, but like he glances at me and then glances back to doing what he's doing. And then like 2 minutes, or not even that long, maybe 20 seconds later, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I look over, and then right over in the aisle behind me, which was the aisle I was going to go down, there his car is in plain sight, and I can see the dent because now I'm looking at the front, and I'm like, oh motherfucker. Happy that the person didn't come out or see me when I was doing that owned that car. But then, yeah, I literally just like turn around and start heading off to another car. And that guy was like looking at me so weird. I guarantee he thought I was doing some weird shit, but good fucking times, you know. Good fucking times. Ah, bro. So I'm hoping, yeah, I hope I didn't break their lock. Good vibes send their way. Hopefully nothing happened. Hopefully they use their button, you know, so they don't even know, and it wouldn't even matter. You know, they wouldn't even know if I broke the thing. Even more importantly, would be better. But hopefully I didn't break anything at all, which would actually be the best. And so that was a pretty wild story, or a pretty wild time. I look like a dumbass, but you need those times every once in a while. They're good for you. Good for the soul. Good for killing the ego and making you realize that we're all human. We all make mistakes. And as I always say, nothing really matters anyways. It ain't that serious. So that's why I made that video. I was like, damn, son, that was pretty funny. It's going tired as heck. Gotta stay in check. That's fucking good. Bam, bam. Oh, what did I don't even know if I meant to come here or not. I was thinking about doing a mount run, and then I was gonna do a delve, and then I guess I ended up coming here anyways, because I guess it's subconscious is telling me to do the mount run. So you know what that means. It must be time. It must be time to get it. It's almost bittersweet when you get the mount, you know? It's like you want the mount really bad, and you would rather it not take 300 years. But also at the same time, once you do it, depending on the dungeon, this dungeon happens to drop 2 mounts, and they're still very low drop rates. But once you get the mount, especially if it's a 1%, and especially if it's an old dungeon, you know, that doesn't hold any value as far as continuing to go, then you don't go no more. And then you're like, man, I miss that place, dog. You might run through it once or twice just for memory's sake, but then there's no real point once you get it. Once you get the achievement and whatever else you're going for. Now, once I get a shit ton of mounts, at some point, I'll end up, you know, I already collect a bunch of pets and have been getting a shit ton of pets, like, without even trying, but there are a bunch of bosses that drop pets, and the pets tend to not be as rare as drops most of the time. I need to actually go to the entrance before I come in, but, from what I know, you tend to get pet drops all the time, or at least, you know, I have been. And I don't even go for the pets, and so it's just adding to the total. But there are a bunch of pets that you work for or can find, kind of like hidden Easter eggs. I've already done that as well. But eventually I'll be on the grind to collect all those as well. But right now we are back here at the legendary Zul Grub, and do want to make sure that the dungeon is on heroic, because it does have to be on heroic. For some reason this is glitching too, so you always have to put it on mythic first and then change it down to heroic. And if you keep it on mythic, I learned this the hard way, since the old dungeons don't have mythic and that doesn't exist, if you have it on mythic, it'll automatically put it on normal on regular old classic stuff that didn't have mythic. So pro tip right there. Yeah, literally. I'm reading these now. I'm reading the chat now before I keep going. I was coaching a tournament all day. Dude, that's crazy. Shout out you. 5 a.m. is nuts. Shout out you for sure. That sounds like a very exhausting Sunday. Or Saturday. It's Saturday, right? Today's Saturday. Sounds like an exhausting Saturday, but sounds rewarding as well. And yeah, normally I am very active with responding to the chat as well, but I keep forgetting to look over because something happened the other day. I was messing with it, and like midstream shit was happening, and then I didn't know that my stream notifications for chat got turned off. So unfortunately I keep getting zoned in, which is a good thing, but I do keep forgetting to look over here at the chat. I tell you what though, I didn't go to bed as late as 5 a.m., but it was close. So I was probably I probably went to bed around 4, so I was about an hour behind you as far as me going to bed, and then you were waking up right after that. All right, moment of truth. Let's go. Damn it. Damn it. This is the mount. This dead panther right here from that boss. It's just a way larger version is what you get. We locked in for sure. Mounts, I have 67 total. But how some of them, most of mounts go cross like account wide, but not all of them. For example, if you have like a faction that's alliance only, and if you had that exalted, you could have more mounts on alliance side. But I do have a demon hunter that has a mount that I can't access except on the demon hunter. But I think I'm at 67 when I'm on the demon hunter. So let's see what I'm at actually. Okay, so I should be at 68 then on the demon hunter, but unless it keeps total track, but I just can't see the other mount that's for the demon hunter only. But we do have a bunch of fucking badass mounts. This one in particular we just got yesterday, and Invincible's Reigns. We got the Grand Black War Mammoth. That was a lucky ass drop. That was really tight. And even cooler, I spent about 2 hours grinding this one the other night. If I can find it. Too many swifts. Too many swifts in my mounts. Too many Taylor Swifts. It's because it's in the bees. There we go. This one took about 2.5 hours to get of grinding dinosaur bones. Just killing dinosaurs and collecting the bones. I had to collect 9,999 bones, and I got this mount. And that was a brutal fucking grind. How many do you have? I've only been playing back about 7 weeks. but mounts have been one of like the things that I loved getting back in the day, and so it's definitely a priority of mine to go mount hunting on a regular basis. See how many of these I can get. That's solid though. That's solid. 97's tight. I can't remember if it's when you get the Lord of the Rings title. I think it's 400 mounts, but I just know that's going to be a crazy grind. That one's definitely going to take a couple years, like, or at least a year and a half or something. Like, even if you tried to get them all done, or get it done quick, you know, it's just like not possible. Like 400 mounts is fucking ridiculous. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Pew, pew. These are some rare mount drops, so that's unfortunate. Another no-go. But we'll be back tomorrow. The cool thing about some of these places is that you can run it day by day. You can actually farm the shit every single day. The weekly ones are going to be the most rare. They're going to take the longest, but it's dope to be able to do these daily ones. And there are some, especially in Cataclysm, there's a few, but you can literally run them every single day, non-stop, until you get them out. I got Death Charges Reigns from Darren Rivendare from I can't even remember the name of the dungeon now, but that was one of the ones I got early on, probably like my second week, third week, and I started just doing 5 dungeon runs a day, and just I think it has a 1% drop, and so I was like, all right, it should take me around 20 about 20 days on average, 5 runs a day. Hopefully I'll get it within 100 runs, and I got it within around 20-ish runs. So this is a dope one too. Keep trying for Attunement, the Huntsman or whatever in Karzan, and then, you know, a whole motherfucking list, obviously. If I had a PC, I could see myself getting back into WoW. Dude, it's 100%, you know, you don't have to spend a lot on a PC. I know I didn't when I just got back into it. I'm definitely going to be upgrading. But, I think I spent around 600 in total. And that was including, like, the monitors, the tower, maybe about 700, 750, desk, all the shit. So if you have the desk, the monitors, like, it'll definitely be cheaper, but the tower itself was a combo deal for like 450, and it came with mouse, headphones, a couple other things I just can't think of, keyboard, and some cool shit like that. So it was definitely a vibe. Do you, Kato, Mythic Pluses in dungeons or raids or both? Because that's what I'm trying to, you know, obviously working on getting better at. We're sitting at a 1932 rating right now, and the guild that I'm in is pretty badass. I'm definitely the least good within the guild as far as, like, you know, learning curve and being so new back to the game. And so I have a lot of fucking learning to do, so I would not be as far as I am if I was doing this solo. As far as just like pugging it, for sure. I didn't even know how to like use the fucking raid finder group for Mythic until like recently. But I'm definitely trying to get more into the Mythic dungeons, but most importantly, the Mythic raids. I definitely would like to get Mythic Dimensius done before the new expansion. And so yeah, got 3 tunes above 3K so far. That's fucking wicked. Damn, son. Yeah. I'm far away from that. I'm pretty sure you can do it cross servers. So if you ever want to carry my ass through some heavy Mythic dungeons, dude, let me know. Let me know, dude. Oh, fuck. Yeah, especially the Dawnbreaker. Dude, you don't even want to take me to the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker is ass. I hate that place. But I also need to keep doing it to get better, you know. But Dawnbreaker sucks, bro. Yeah, that's nuts. Holy shit. I think there's a guy in my guild that has a resilient 12, and there might be one person that has a resilient 14, but most of the people in my guild are around the 10 to 12 range. Maybe even 9 to 12 range. So that's sick. My thing is, like, I really just need to understand the layout of the dungeons better and how people pull, because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to it at all, and I don't know when to like start ramping up on, you know, when to start attacking, because I know people like to pull it into certain mobs into certain areas, and then as far as when to start like really letting loose on the burst and getting the cooldowns dropped and all that shit. And it's a learning curve for sure. You obviously know that. But I have a lot to learn. Legend, dude. Legend as a healer. I made a video of that the other day, dude. Like, tanking and healing is like the most stressful jobs. Tanking because you gotta, you know where to actually do the shit and not kill the raid, but healing most importantly because you have to keep the raid alive, which is the most important part. And man, shout out to all the healers, bro. That shit is crazy stressful. Maybe one of these days, I'll attempt to be a healer, but shit, son, that's crazy. I find healing relaxing. That is nuts, dude. That is insane. That's crazy, bro. Not me, dude. No way. No way, ski. Oh, that's what I was gonna do, dude. I couldn't remember what I was gonna do because I was like, because we're just gonna mount farm for the rest of the night, I guess. We're just gonna do like 2 more probably, and call it, I think. But because I really want Ashes of Alar. Kato definitely built different, dude. New legend. I gotta follow Kato real quick. New legend in the chat for sure. That's just inspiring. Definitely want to be more like Kato. Kato equals legend. Shout out Kato. Kato equals big legend for sure. Yep, just followed. And then give me 1 second. All right, boom. All right, cool. Let's get back to it. Yeah, that's top dog shit right there. For real. All right, so we got 2 more mount chances today. Ashes of Alar is a 2%. I mean, and I've ran Ashes of Alar, I think I've ran that every week, so 7 weeks. And so every time we don't get it, you know, you're 1 step closer to getting it. 1 week closer. That's how I like to view it. Makes it seem like it comes to me a lot faster. Dude, 9th try, dude. Let's see if I can beat you with the 8th try then. Let's fucking go. Let's see if I can beat you with the 8th try right here. Week number 8. It's either week 6 or 7. Or I mean 7 or 8. But we'll just say 8. Because I don't know if I ran it the first week that I was playing. But first we are going to do Sethic Halls real quick. Gotta make sure this is on Heroic. And we're going to try and get Anzu. Yeah, it says it's on Heroic. Ooh, I forgot I had a joint in here. Bam! We got joints ready. What the fuck is it saying? Apply changes. Did I not change that shit the other day? Anyways, I gotta switch my specialization out real quick. I feel like it's much easier with demo to just run around and one shot everything because I can just spam corruption while I'm hitting tab. And I don't know if there's a button for that yet on on destruction. I haven't figured it out. That's badass though. So okay? So you got me beat then regardless, dude. You got me beat regardless, bro. That's exactly how I got the Swiftweight Hawkstrider. I was there. I was there for the mount, and then I realized and remembered that you can get that legendary bow drop. And so then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna run it on that because I was on a hunter, and then because there's two things in that same area, I was like, alright, you know what, fuck it, let me bring the warrior back. Didn't get the bow either time yet, but then I did get the mount second try, which was badass. That's why I don't think I'm getting the Brewfest mounts. The Brewfest mounts aren't as rare. They're actually the least rare of the holiday mounts, but it just has not been a go. And I need to pull out my Felguard because this guy does not do anything when you're fucking getting attacked. It's just less stuff I gotta do. Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Based on the goals that I have to be a top player, I should probably spend more time fucking actually playing the game and not mount farming. Not gonna lie. I should honestly pick one day to do mount farming and just do that all day and then do the other shit. But I can't lie that I got kind of addicted to the mount farming. But ultimate goal is to do mythic plus, you know, raiding and dungeon, so no one's ever gonna pay me to play WoW, as far as not including streaming, but as far as like actually being a top player for being a mount farmer. So gotta pick and choose what's more important, mount farming or getting paid to play WoW. Moment of truth. Fuck you. We got the Talon of Anzu. Not that that fucking matters at all. At all. But that's okay. Whack. Big whack. We are 709 item level. I definitely am going to get to 710 before tomorrow is over with. So we skipped the beginning bosses and went straight to Dimensius and then re-cleared, and so I still have heroic frac that I could do. I still have regular Dimensius to do that can get me some crests that I can cycle down and trade, and then I can still do all 3 of the tier 11 delves to get the 21, or the bountiful delves, to make sure I get the 21 fucking gilded crests or whatever. And as long as I do that before reset, I should be around 712-ish, I'm hoping for. 711, 712. Yeah, especially, I would say it's not too bad, especially for only playing 7 weeks. That's what's most important, you know? I get people could still do that, maybe from just playing the game and shit, if like that's their only goal is to level up. From like delves and stuff, but I would like to think at least that most players even though I do have some experience from back in the day, I would assume most players don't level as fast as I did when they first get back into it, or start in general, or get to the rating as quick, because I know I didn't the first time I played, and that's probably why I moved so quick this time. Because back in the day, it took me a long time until to hit 80 because it was harder to level in general, and then getting into the raids, getting geared to even do the raids, it definitely took me way fucking longer. It was way more of a learning curve. So he said I can't stand those, dude. I probably wouldn't do them if I was doing more Mythic Plus, honestly, because Mythic Plus drops the Ruined Ethereal or the Gilded Crest or whatever that I need. And there's so much I still need to learn just in general, because I still don't know how to use these enchanted runed, like I never used this. I probably could have. I still don't know how to use the sparks or like any of these fucking starlight fragments. Like I don't know what any of these things do, dude. So I feel like I'm like definitely still leveling or gearing up slower than most people, because I don't know what the fuck is going on with a lot of shit still, let alone the dungeons. Like, you want to talk about a learning curve, when dungeons used to just be going in and killing the bosses, and now, man, whew, fucking be hopping on mounts mid dungeon and raid and all types of craziness that I just was like, wow, dude, this is nuts. So we didn't get Anzu. And now we are going to get... Now we're going to get Ashes of Alar. We have to. I'm ready for it. That's a amount that I'm like guaranteed going to be flying all the fucking time, because it's just one of the most epic mounts. I don't know if you enjoy it as much, but shit is fire. Yeah, dude, I completely agree. Yeah, it's like I've learned a little, even when I look it up and people are explaining how to do the crafting, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it really just doesn't make sense to me. So it's like just another thing that I need to like sit down and learn, and even just waste some money learning, even if it's not something that I can fucking use or do, or if the gear's not worth doing. But just so I can like understand how it all works, because I don't know how it works at all. Yeah, you are so right, dude. The game does not help. And I do like that about Midnight, that they're like simplifying it a little bit as far as the classes go. I don't know if that's going to simplify the game or not, as far as all the craziness that goes on. But regardless, you know, I still feel like I picked a pretty hard class to start playing as well, coming back, dude. Like, it's been a wild journey. Especially the first night that I had only done the LFG raids, and then I go from looking for group raids at like 689 item level to joining a guild that like everybody has, you know, 700 minimum, but like upwards of the 715 area. And then I instantly get dragged into doing Mythic 10 pluses that I've never even done a single Mythic anything. And then after that, the next day, I get put into a heroic raid that I've never even done anything. I didn't even realize until then that there was a different raid setting for LFG and for actual normal raids, and then heroic. I thought it was just like LFG was the same. So then that was really stressful, being the absolute worst one in the whole fucking group, dude. Fucking dying the most. Definitely barely being higher DPS than the tanks, because I'm learning. And I've came a long way since then, to where now I'm starting to fit into the guild. I don't die as much, and they brought me along for heroic Dementius, and I didn't die, which is the most important thing. I survived the motherfucking battle, which was always the most important. And then you'll sort of want to help me out, dude. That'd be amazing one day. So that would be super legendary. If you want to join, same thing. I still need to get a bot so you can like just type Discord in my chat and it'll pop up. But if you want to join my Discord and drop your battle.net in the Discord so I can add you, that would be fucking legendary. You might have already done that. I might be repeating myself. I'm not sure because I know I did that with somebody else. And then I do have a Beast Mastery Hunter that is on my account, but I didn't level it. I can't take responsibility for that. But I do have, but I want to level my own Beast Mastery Hunter, and I do think it would be one of the funner classes to play. And so I started a Dwarf Hunter that's like level 6, but I plan to level that one up during Legion after I pick like a different class and start with that, if it'll let me, or I don't know exactly how all that works either, but that's definitely the goal, is to get a hunter max level and then see if it's something that vibes with me more, because the spell casting is so ass. Like, that's the thing that I hate the most about this, and apparently Affliction isn't that good yet or this season, and that's more dropping dots on things, which are like instant casts. But, you know, ultimately, the spell casting and miss spell casting happen to fucking... Dude, come on. Is definitely what's dropping my DPS like fucking crazy. Like 100%. Like all the time. I'll be mid fucking cast, you know. Mid cast, and then I have to fucking move because some crazy shit's happening, and like I don't understand how to move around quick enough to be able to continue doing crazy damage. So we on the grind with that shit, learning that as well. But that's why I've also started a Fury Warrior that's 71, because that's what I played back in the day, and that's more mobile. But even doing some of the new dungeons now, it's like, it's gonna be, I can already tell it's gonna be hard learning how to do AoE, or how to do close combat while staying out of all the AoE shit with bosses. So it's like, I don't, you know, with the skill that I have now, I think Beast Mastery will be the best option for me. But ultimately, I think classes are only easy to play when you're good at playing the game. Because everybody's like, oh, this is easy to play. I bet this is pretty easy to play. And I'm like, is it really? Or am I going to fucking... I still got to hit 9,000 buttons, dude. Because that's the issue for me, is so many buttons. Trying to figure out what's important, how to get the rotation down, when to hit what. That's been the craziest for me. As well as learning keybinds, because yes, back in the day I was a fucking clicker. I never used keybinds ever until this time playing WoW. And even for the first week I still had to click because I didn't have a MMO mouse, and you know, that's what I'm using mostly now. But what a fucking journey it's been, bro, in 7 weeks. Like, craziness. And that's what's crazy too. It's like, only because I've done them. When I'm sitting here watching her play the hunter that she's leveling, and she's never played before ever, and like the dungeons are just not the same as they used to be, where you could just like kill the, you just had to kill stuff and maybe watch out for like a flame attack or something here and there. And now it's like, dude, even when I started, for sure, but like getting lost in the dungeon, if you die and release spirit, even trying to figure out how to get back to where the group's at, you're like, there's no real guidance, and you're just hitting all these different teleports trying to fucking get to the right place, dude. And then they just end up kicking you or fucking killing the boss without you because you're not even necessary. Like, it's just fucking wild. But yeah, I've never even noticed it I've never seen such a thing where, like, because Mythic is a thing and people are so used to just running through the whole dungeon, that's what even the simple dungeons are now. You just literally start it, and then, like, if the tank knows what they're doing, they literally just run through the whole dungeon and you're just basically killing shit the whole time. You don't really stop. You don't really do nothing else or have time to like take a break or really learn. You're just killing shit. Well, we are here, you know, obviously waiting. This motherfucker takes 30 years to talk because he's used to actually having a real challenge, which this obviously is not. I wish they would, you know, they're never going to because it's too old of an expansion now, but it would be cool if they fucking like went back and kind of like fixed the bugs, or fixed the duration of the phases, I guess, the in-between phases for all these old dungeons that are obviously farmable now that you can just run through. Like, these things shouldn't take this long. Finally. It takes that long for him to say something. Then he reses these fuckers. He normally throws me against a wall. And, yep, didn't throw me against the wall quite. And then you can finally kill these two. And then he does some crazy stuff because he's all mad and crying like a baby. Whining a little bit, and that takes him another 30 seconds to yap. And then you can finally kill him. But I guess that would take the lore away for the people that want to enjoy the lore as well. Oh yeah, we ready for the mount, baby. We ready for it. Come on, broski. You ready? Fuck! Dude. Damn, the least they could do is let me keep all these legendary weapons, dude. That's such a fucking tease, dude. That you get all these legendary weapons just to like use for the battle, and then they still not gonna give me the fucking mount, bro. Until next time, dude. We'll be back for Ashes of Valar next week. And yeah, that puts me at week 8. Or week 7 or 8 or whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. Long story short, I didn't get it. Lame. Lame as fuck. Big lame. Gotta head to bed though. Tired as heck. Catch you next time, dude. Appreciate you though. Like I said, if you want to drop your battle.net, even if you drop it in here, I'll add you. Appreciate you. Big time for showing some love, bro. And I hope you have a great night. I know you're tired for sure. It's actually a good sign for me too, because I did only want to stream for about an hour and a half. It's about what time it's been. Got some dungeons, got some raids, got some mount farms in. Didn't get the mounts, but we got closer and closer to getting it. And that's all that matters. Step by step, day by day. Mount farm by mount farm. And tomorrow we'll be back. Probably doing some raids, some LFG raids or whatever, just to get some extra gold coming in. Try to finish those bosses, the heroic Frack and regular Dimensius. Maybe even sign up for a mythic startup if, you know, and if I'm lucky, get in one and not make a fool out of myself. Appreciate you dropping your battle.net. I'll add that once you can do that now, can't you? How do you do that? I'll figure it out and I will add you in a sec. But yeah, we're gonna get some shit done tomorrow, 100%. So, also appreciate you, James, always showing love, always being in the chat. And as always, God is great. Life is a blessing, dude. Make sure to stay blazed for a motherfucker. And until tomorrow, I'll hopefully see y'all. But if not, stay blessed and keep killing it. Keep staying grateful and being grateful for every single day that you get, because life is a blessing. Peace.